Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. Today we're going to talk to a gentleman at the Coco Softball Magazine Spring Training. His name is Kent Scoby. Going to be he is a player, a Major Plus player. He's going to be playing in the senior division here soon. But he has an interesting story about the anonymous softball bat company and why they started, what their mission is, and what they're all about. And it's an interesting story, and he's going to tell me a little about himself. He's a very interesting guy and has an interesting life story. We hope to have him on a podcast here pretty soon. He's going to, my producer, Big Dano's responsible for that. Let's listen.
Who you got here, Ed?
Well, I got an interesting guy I was just talking to, and tell everybody your name.
My name is Kent Scoby, senior softball player, turning 50 here in April.
And Ken, you got some pipes on you, dude. Were you a hitter?
I'm actually a pitcher, more of a base hitter. I play Major Plus, so you gotta get out for all the big dudes.
You gotta watch our channel so he can hit home runs. Damn, watch you hit home runs. That guy there can hit the home runs, man. He hits them out to left and right. Nice. He's my protege.
That's good. That comment just cost me another $10 every time he says that.
Yeah.
Whatever works, man.
So look, man. So you're with Anonymous.
Yeah.
So we're not supposed to know who the hell you are.
Yeah.
Anonymous, right?
I know, right?
That's an interesting name for a bat.
It is.
But we didn't. You want to talk anything about the Anonymous bat?
For sure. It's a brand that's out west in California, and they're he's more or less a dude that's in recovery, and he's 10 years. He'll be 10 years sober April 1st.
He's in recovery.
Well, he was in recovery with another guy, and they just kind of brainstormed a thing about coming up with some custom gloves, and so they started with custom gloves, and then they was like, well, let's try to make a bat. So they ended up coming up with a bat together, and then now they're just demoing bats, and they make all senior bats right now, and it's basically they have 1 240 bat. They combine with Monster to make a bat, but it's basically a brand that's focused on recovery, addiction, suicide, mental health, autism. It's more of like I'm a special ed teacher as well, so it's kind of cool that he has an autistic kid, so he's really using the profits of that money to take his kid to have a better life and live the best life he could live, and I'm clearly passionate about that. So when I get to share my story, I'm a suicide survivor. I've tried to commit suicide twice, so it's kind of like I overcame and came up with no family and turned my life around, chose not to do drugs, chose to stay out of trouble. Like,
where'd you grow up?
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah. So you didn't have you were adopted or what?
I ended up when I was 18 in high school, junior year. I signed myself out, lived in my car for a while, stayed with friends, lived a fake life basically. Before that, I played sports. I was quarterback, shortstop, basketball. Played sports all the time, but other people's parents would take me home, spend the night at their house, stuff like that. My mom was addicted to drugs, and my biological father was in prison. Never met him, so. Basically, once I moved away from my mom, we moved down to Kentucky for a while by myself. With my aunt and uncle, it didn't work out. Ended up moving out on my own. Ended my junior year of high school, graduated high school, went to college, got my master's degree, and work with troubled teenage kids. That's kind of like my passion, troubled teenage kids.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, that's a hell of a story right there.
Story.
We'll have to get him on the podcast maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've been on a couple. I was on with Matt Barnes the other day,
Matt Barnes.
What do I know? That's
Matt. Oh, okay. Yeah,
he's good dude.
But we're the #1 podcast in softball history. Yeah, don't you forget it, man. We had all the dogs on there. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
I love the fact you're supporting the history of softball with some newer guys too, because I think that's important for a lot of other people to learn the history of softball, and I'm passionate about the community of softball. We started with Chef, we do this bat reviews, but it's more of a community BP. It's not necessarily bat reviews. It's more like getting strangers out to go hit BP together, like getting a break from the reality of the real world.
You got a lot of big guys in that Big Chef deal.
You think?
It looked big to me.
It's a TV, bro. That's 10 pounds.
They're not big.
I mean, Chef's pretty big.
The Chef can hit it.
Oh man,
I remember.
Crazy.
I forget. I may have been. Yeah. The Chef can hit it, dude. I like his new thumbnails and shit that comes up. He's doing some real good stuff.
I like. We started that out of nowhere. We were a bunch of dudes just in BP, and we're like.
Oh, so you live in Florida too?
Oh yeah. Lakeland.
Lakeland. Oh, okay. Well, we ought to be
seeing it all the time. You slide over there one day. Get you on the kitchen, boy.
Oh yeah, Dan, we're going there and get on the kitchen, man.
Yeah.
Get on the kitchen with the Chef.
Do videos.
Yeah, we'll have to sometime when we'll have to do that somehow.
Lakeland ain't that far.
You know, we're going to have a home run hitting thing sometime soon. I got a bunch of balls that I want to, promote with. What is Big Chef? What comes he's with? Anonymous?
He's not with no brand.
Oh, he's no brand. Okay, he'd be good. You might talk to him about maybe getting 4 or 5 you guys coming over and hitting. Or the reason I want you to come over here because I can have my camera guy who has drones and everything else that if I can organize that we get some really great shots. Let's hit home runs.
Yeah, keep us posted on that.
But yeah, we'll have to do some. We'll have to do some interaction. But let's get back to your story because it's one hell of a story, and there's some similarities in my background and your background, but we won't get into it on camera. But that's where you got the interest in mental health, and that is really, I guess to me, it's kind of touching, huh? Coming up the way you did, and now you're giving
I feel like
back.
softball gives people an opportunity to get away from work, get away from their wife, get away from the stress.
Get away from the wife.
Everybody needs
Cut
a
that
break.
part.
Don't cut that part. She needs a break from your ass too.
I'm just joking.
And I just think the mental health that softball brings is such a blessing to have a hobby and meet new people and go be a dude and go to Applebee's and hang out and just talk about life, sports, whatever, to give you a break from the pressures of being a man,
Yeah.
Well, I'll add to that. When I was in the corporate world, I had a pretty tough job. It was 24/7 usually, but when I went away on the weekends for softball, I forgot everything. All I worried about was when my next hit was coming.
I know.
And it enables to clear your mind. So
Yes, it does.
that's absolutely a reality. I did get away from well, matter of fact, I think I'll hold the record for the longest. I was gone from the house for 30 weekends in a row. Dan, could you handle that with Catherine? She didn't go with me.
She might stab me.
But now my wife and I are inseparable.
Yeah.
We go everywhere together,
Yeah, that's good.
just in case I die. She can drive me home. No, the hearse does that. So let's get back on track. That was fun. That was diversion just for a minute. Dan, you got any questions for?
So what do you think could be done to continue to support this movement in softball or just in general?
Yeah, I really feel like social media is a big part because obviously when we grew up there wasn't social media, so there was no part of sharing your story country, throughout the United States of America. Like for me to be with a brand out of California, that's like I live in Florida.
Yeah.
So to me, like I like what they stand for. I like their bats. We were hitting bat reviews, and I was like, God, these bats are so good.
Yeah, we've done the
so
same.
they were
They are
so
good.
good. I emailed them. I'm like, bro, you literally have one of the best bats out, and don't promote it at all. So. If you promoted those bats, like you would sell them all. Like literally right now in this garage, he has 2 bats. Like there are literally shipments coming in now. But he sold all his bats. Like if you just promoted a little bit, just get you to try it.
Yeah.
But
So how many bats have you
social
sold?
media? The thing is, he wants to keep it small. I try to get him with HB Sports or whatever. He doesn't really want to do that. He wants to just keep it local, make up some change. He doesn't want time away from his family. How cool is that? Like he doesn't want to get rich. He just wants to make a little extra money to help his family, help people like me, like to more spread his word, spread his passion for people and stuff like that. That's the only reason he does it.
For people who want to join this support movement, what is there anything that they can do?
I think social media is huge, and I think people just talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not scared to come tell you.
Yeah, give it your social media platform.
But I'll talk on anybody's platform that has a live podcast because that's just who I am. And I've spoken like public speaking a couple times, just share my story and stuff like that. But I just think as a whole, sharing your story, being man enough to say where you came from, what you've been through, because everybody has a story that could affect, change somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the opportunity of social media is the biggest platform. And the thing to be a grown man and say, man, where'd you grow up? Stuff like that. Just basically giving him an opportunity to vent how he feels. And even, like, I didn't even tell you all this. I'm a parent, number one. Being a parent to me is, like, the most important thing ever because I didn't have parents, obviously. So when I grew up, when I had kids, my son's playing third base in South Carolina right now. My daughter's a beast mode basketball, softball player. So I spend every day with them. But the kids mean everything to me, obviously. So, but that mental health piece, when I die, I want my kids to know that it's important to care about your mental health. It's important to care about other people. It's important to share your story and help other people through their lives and stuff like that. So I just think the passion of youth, and like I was telling you, it's not just about old people. I think getting these young dudes involved and mentoring them and teaching them the right way to play softball, the right way to live their lives, an outlet from reality, stuff like that. I mean, that might keep them in the sport longer, you know?
Yeah.
So I think social media.
You sound like a good ambassador. Thanks for what you do, man.
You so
Keep up
much.
the good work, bro.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you, for sure. Let's get together and hit for sure.
Hope you enjoyed that story about Anonymous in Kent. Get in touch with them. Try that bat out because they say it's really good. Again, it's all about the feel. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. We're almost there. I hope you enjoyed that, but the one thing that came out, it didn't come out, was the fact that that Dirty Sanchez is a tough nut too. He's a pitcher, and he's a good one, and he ain't afraid of nothing, man. Thanks a lot for everything. Please hit subscribe. Dirty, thanks a lot, man. It's really nice meeting you again.